Here's a wren. They sleep on the patio every morning. Oh, scared it away. There's another one here. Oh, scared it away too, dang it. One thing I've found since I've been weeding this whole area is there are no worms. I'm not finding any earthworms at all, and really very little bug activity in general. That can be good, but it can also be a sign of something bad. You want signs of life. I am seeing a lot of plant life though, and that's these weeds that I'm pulling. So I'm handling that way. So you might be asking yourself, why are you weeding this, old man Mike? Why are you going to all this trouble? You could be inside playing video games or watching YouTube or something. Eating some food, sleeping. Anything better than weeding, right? Well, I'll tell you why I'm weeding. And probably why I weed in general. One, I value this plant as a form of compost, and I use this as a compost, building up my compost piles. So I have some big ones here over there by that big compost pile. I keep my stuff together. I put all the big sunflower stalks in one pile. Those are Tithonia and several different types of sunflower I bought from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. I wasn't completely thrilled with my sunflowers this year. They weren't as big and nice as I've seen in the past, but they were nice. I had a lot of nice sunflowers. I got compliments on them either way, and so yeah, it was a success. Success there for sure. Seemed like the years I didn't know what I was doing, I did better when it comes to sunflowers. Those first years when I was just putting the seeds in the ground and not really doing much else. But no, that's not the only reason I weed. Another reason I weed, and there's one that I really don't like. Those are the monkey grass, gorilla grass, whatever you want to call it. It looks like stuff from Africa. Although African grass is just insane. Their grass is like trees. There's a lot of different types of grass out there. Get to know your grass. The other reason I spend all this time weeding is because I like the way it looks when I'm done. I have a lot of wild area in my property, and so I like some area that I'm having more of a say on what's going on. I am getting my winter gardening going. I started my mustard seeds and they're sprouting too. So I'll include that in this video as well. You've probably already seen it. If it's new growth, I like to do that in the beginning of the video. You know, new growth with a new video. So it also looks, I like the way it looks, and I'm taking some areas back and I'm giving some away as well. I'm going to be moving a garden that's just being taken over by a tree. Oh man, it does kick my ass though. It's pretty nice, even though it's technically still summer here in Pensacola, Florida. 2023, September, still summer. We are getting some very nice fall-like weather. It seems like summer losing its grip earlier, but I take that with a grain of salt because we could have 90-degree weather in December. And everything I just said is like completely forgotten because you're dealing with hot weather again where you're having your AC on all day. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, is taking it back from the wild, trying to have more of a say over what's going on there, see if I can get some plants going. See, something that frustrates me about me choosing Florida as a place that I wanted to live, because we already knew that we liked gardening, and it just seemed natural that Florida would be a good place to grow stuff. And it can be. But this whole state is on sand. It's just, there's nothing else to it. And sand has no nourishment. Matter of fact, there's a lot of sand that will literally just kill plants. If you plant them in it, they'll die. You know, I mean, it's just, yeah, deserts are bare for a reason. We live close to a swamp though, so that's where we get a lot of benefit. And we just depend on some type of plant basically as the compost, if it's just natural, unless you bring it in on your own. There is wildlife around here. You got deer, rodents, squirrels, raccoon, armadillos, possums, and their feces can add to the compost, but that's just such a small amount versus places that just have a naturally rich soil that will grow in, and even then they'll supplement it too. So yeah, I don't have that soil, that good soil. I have a grass. That's why I have to work twice as hard to get half as much. And this work, no matter how you cut it, it's all work. So this is still a pretty big area. Got a lot less thick, but whole one up in one fell swoop. Get it from the right side. That's all compost. I just got a bunch of small ones on top. Shake them off a little. I usually don't do so much shaking because I don't care about removing the compost from one area to another, but these piles I have are so huge already, it's just going to add to my work when I have to move them. So I'd rather, if that's the case, I'd rather put that work into just shaking them off a little bit. It's pretty dry. I watered it to make the weeding easier, and it has, but it's still pretty dry. Let me try that one. Just try it on this thing, something. These are the ones that I really don't like. Dang. Gone. Okay. Guess I'm going to stop the recording for a Look at this tiny green snake I found. This is a tree snake. They hang around in your tree. Darker green than my plants. Getting a nice zoom up on him. Yeah. Zoom as close as you can. See how close you can get. Sometimes the darkness helps, sometimes it makes it more difficult. Okay, you want to hold him?
Sure.
Just keep it recording.
Okay.
Whoa, oh man, I missed that. He just had his mouth open. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was cool. Okay, here. Man, it has like no teeth. Don't let him go. Because moving around makes it harder to focus, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I'm not getting a very clear focus at all. The darkness, too. It just got so dark. Whoa. Finally focusing in now. This camera sucks. I hate this camera. I wish I had an autofocus. This is such a pain. That would be cool if he could open his mouth again, man. That was neat. Yep, Austin knows snakes. He's been bit a few times. There comes the sun. God, isn't he little? So tiny. Alrighty. Cool, Austin. I'm gonna get a picture of you too. Austin and the snake. His fantasy football team, his name is Snake Wrestlers.
Yeah.
We're facing each other right now too, this week. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Your team is leading me right now. Okay.